So what are we talking about, guys? Yes?
Oh, then we were talking about the four yugas.
Okay. Can you tell us what you know about the four yugas? Take it to the cow. Okay. What's the significance of a cow? Tell me. Tell me 5 significance of a cow. Yes, Janani or Dharani.
Because that's like stuff you need for the puja.
It gives stuff we need for the puja, such as for Abhishek. It gives ghee, milk. We use vibhuti is made out of the cow poop, okay? And the urine, cow's urine is very auspicious. It has so much medicinal properties. This has so many uses, okay? So cow does that. It's good for it. We need it for the puja, okay? What else? Tell me another significance of the cow. You don't know that? None of you guys know any other significance of a cow? Where do we get milk from? Really, you don't drink milk? Okay, so where do you get the milk from? Cows. You can only drink the milk of cow. Everybody can drink it. It doesn't only produce milk for its calf. It produces milk so the whole world, everybody, regardless, can drink it. Without milk, we can't get nutrition, okay? Even the baby formulas are based on the cow milk. Yes. Goat milk too, but it's not as significant as cow, okay? Okay. What else? What other significance do we have? Yes? The dairy products from the milk, yes. What else? What else is the significance? What do you see on the cow in this picture? Yes, Shanti then? Somebody else? Somebody else? Do you see anything on the picture of the cow? Yes? Gods. How many gods did we say reside on the cow? There's 330 million deities that live on the cow. Okay? Cow is the temple for them. Okay? All the devas, the demigods, even if you see Brahma, Vishnu, everybody's in the cow. That's why cow has so much significance. Any other uses for the cow? Significance? We use it, after Pongal, we do Pongal for the cow too, right? Because back in the days, it helped with the farm activities, okay? So cow is very important. Now, in terms of the yugas, why are we discussing the cow? The Dharma bull. Why are we discussing that? Because in each yuga, what yuga are we in right now? What yuga is this? Kali Yuga. So there are 4 yugas. And each yuga, the cow, the dharmic bull, represents how much virtuousness is in the people itself. Okay? So the first yuga, what is that called? That we discussed last week. Somebody else? Kalyani. Okay, who was here last week? Vivian. What was the yuga we were discussing last week? What was the last? Satya Yuga or Krita Yuga? Okay? How long does it last? It lasts 1,728,000 years. This is just for your interest. Okay? So this yuga is said to be the golden age. That Dharma bull stands on 4 legs. Okay? That means everybody is so virtuous. There was no need for privacy back then. You know why? Because everybody was virtuous. They were abiding the rules and they lived a pious life. That means they lived a very divine life. Okay? In that age, humans lived up to 100,000 years. Okay? That is the age where people did meditation. That is the age where meditation actually works. Where you can sit and meditate and do it for hundreds and thousands of years. Okay? This is the age where you can see when like Rama's dad, who ruled for 60,000 years, right? So Rama's dad, King Dasharath, he ruled for 60,000 years. How? Because he lived for 100,000 years. So 60% of his lifetime, he ruled the kingdom. Okay? Okay. So in that age, where was the good and the bad? Where was it? You can see it in the picture. There were 2 sets of people. The devas, the angels, and the demons. Okay? So the good and the evil were between them. The demons or the Ashuras, would disturb the angels, and they would have their little quarrels, and the God would come to save them. Okay, that was in the Satya Yuga. Okay, next slide. The second Yuga is called Treta Yuga. Treta. Okay, so that's the second Yuga. It comes after Satya Yuga. That's 1,296,000 years. Okay, where's Google? Well, he's not here. He's not here to ask the questions. Yeah. So in this Yuga, the second Yuga, the dharmic bull stands on 3 legs. What does that mean? People start becoming more wise. They start doing the stealing, a little bit of the cheating, the little bit of the adultery, the little bit of fraud. It starts. That's where it starts happening. So from the golden age, they come to the silver age. That means this Yuga, people start getting their little bit of their demonic natures. Okay. So in this Yuga, human lifespan was 10,000 years. What was the previous lifespan? 100,000. It decreases by how much? It decreases by tenfold, right? Exactly. So from 100,000 years, they start, just by losing 25% of their goodness, the good qualities, their lifespan starts going away by 10,000 years. I mean, tenfolds to 10,000 years. Okay? In this Yuga, the Treta Yuga, the good and evil were where? There was the rishis who were doing the sacrifices, and the demons would come to disturb them. Okay? So it's still outside. The good and the bad are still outside. Okay? This is the Yuga where you can actually do the yagas and it will work. Because this is the age that was destined to be done for yagas, where you could do the fire rituals and everything, and you can please the gods and ask them for whatever. Okay? Any questions about this Yuga? Okay, next Yuga. What's the next Yuga? Dvapara Yuga. Okay? Dvapara Yuga is 864,000 years. Okay? In this Yuga, the bull stands on 2 legs. Alright. So we lost 50% of the goodness. Okay? 50% is good, 50% is bad now. So the bull has to stand on 2 legs. So it's like in an upright position. Okay? So that's the representation of how much good and bad is in this Yuga. Okay? In this age, how long does humans live? Yes? 1,000 years. Again, a tenfold decrease from 10,000 years, right? Yeah. Alright? So, because we lost 25% more, we lost together 50% of the goodness, we lost 10% more. From 100,000 in Satya Yuga to 10,000 years in Dwapara Yuga. You see how the human lifespan goes down? It keeps going down, right? Yes?
How do you know this?
That's a very good question. I was in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, these guys will accept anything I say. Nobody's questioning. This is actually from the Bhagavata Purana. Okay? This is where we actually get the numbers from. Okay? So it's Bhagavata Purana was done by Vedavyasa, right? It's one of the big rishis that gave the work or the divine play of Lord Vishnu when he came down to this world. So he has the stories as him as Krishna and all his avatars. Okay? So in this Puranic text, this is where they say these numbers. These numbers are not irrelevant, right? I mean, to us, it doesn't change our lives in any ways. But it's just that I'm going to make a point. Okay? After the 4 Yugas, I'm going to tell you why we need to learn Adisuri. To prove to you that we actually need to learn Adisuri, I'm building my case here. Okay? So as you can see from these slides, right? The human lifespan starts going down. Is it because people started becoming lazier? Is it because they stopped eating the right food? Why was it? Why are we losing our lifespan? Why do you think? Crimes. Why is the crime? We start losing our goodness. As you can see, this ball represents the goodness we have, and in this leg, it's standing on 2 legs. This is the Yuga before us. Okay? This is the Yuga before Kali Yuga, which was better than Kali Yuga. Okay? So let's see what Kali Yuga is. Kali Yuga. This is going to last 432,000 years according to the Bhagavata Purana. And we are somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000 years. Okay? We have just moved into Kali Yuga. So there's like about 95 or some odd years still left in Kali Yuga. Okay? In this Kali Yuga, the bull stands on one leg. So that means how much goodness do we have? And how much bad do we have? 75% good or bad? 75% is going to be bad, guys. 25% is going to be good. Okay? Okay? Can you guys move up? I think they need space. Come in here. How much is a human lifespan? Sure.
Well, when did this Yuga whatever move in?
It started right at the end of the Mahabharata war, and Krishna is actually saying Kali Yuga has started.
So about what year was that?
It's about let's see, it's about 5,000 years before this day. I mean today. Okay, go back to that slide. I just want to say the demonic natures were not angels and demons or rishis and asuras or whatever, right? This is in the family. Now you see the angels and the devils living in some other worlds in Satya Yuga, and then it came to rishis doing their yagas and demons coming to disturb them, and then the evil moves into the family because Mahabharata it's a family fight, right? Cousins against cousins having a war. So you see the evil moving into the family now. That was in Dwapara Yuga. To the Kali Yuga, which is next. Let's go. The Kali Yuga, the evil is where? You see it moved from somewhere in to the world, to the family, and where is it going to be now? Within us. The evil is within us now. Okay? So we don't have to look for demons anywhere else, guys. We don't have, there's no asuras that need to come down anymore. Because it's all inside now. Okay? In this Yuga, people are said to live up to 100 years. That's true. We see that now, right? 100, you probably see one or two. You probably even in your lifetime will hear of one or two that live more than 100. There are people that do live a lot of years, long years. Those yogis and whatnot, they do live. But in your own practical lives, you're not going to see very few. You're going to see very few here or see very few people. Okay? What's interesting is that that's going to go down. That 100 years, believe it or not, the advances in medicine and the science, you guys can talk about all that, but it's going to go down. Do you know for how many years? By the end of Kali Yuga? 20. You guys are close. It's going to go down to 20 years. By the end of Kali Yuga. That's like another 400,000 years later on. Okay? So that's what it says, according to the 4 seers who lived in this world before. Okay? Alright, so the good and evil are within us. Okay, yes?
Why does the sun change?
I'm sorry?
Why does the sun change in the years?
That's why. Because in this age, as you said, 75% is bad, 25% is good. This is within us. In the Satya Yuga, 100%. If we were to be in Satya Yuga, right? This would be a Gurukul. I would be the guru, and you will be sitting in a hut doing service for me and my consorts and whatnot, and you'll be learning from me, right? In this age, we're all going to live up to 100,000 years because the lifestyle, the environment, everything is fully different. Then we start losing our goodness a little bit. 25% is lost. Then we start living less. Another 25% is lost, even more less. This age, 75% is bad. So God thought there's no point in keeping these people anymore. More than 100 years. They can't take it because giving you 100 years itself is pretty bad. Even 5,000 years into Kali Yuga. Okay, so think about how bad it's going to be moving further down. You're going to have unbelievable diseases. There's going to be misery. There's going to be floods. There's going to be droughts. People are going to go through hell. The hell is going to come down to earth. Obviously, by your age, it won't be that bad. But even in your lifetime, you saw tsunamis. You see the famine in Africa. You see dehydration and flood, drought. You hear about all these things. It's going to get worse. You hear about climate going out of whack. It's going to get worse, guys. Yes? I'm sorry?